Angels and Demons podcast. The Black Mamba. Welcome, Koree.
Yeah, what's up, my boy?
Good to see you, my man.
Yeah, thank you for having me,
Good to see you.
Thank you, bro.
A little bit about Koree. Served 4 years in the Navy.
Yeah, man.
I have to say, I support and appreciate everything you did there. I mean,
you,
that's it. I think we take for granted just how safe we are here and how much work goes into just all of that. Thank you for that. Koree's also a professional basketball player for the Navy. And so we're just going to touch on a few things. We're going to start out with just, Koree, what was it like? What brought you to want to be in the Navy?
So I have a little background real quick. My mom was in the Army, right? And actually, after high school, I really didn't have that much sense of direction of what I wanted to do, in a sense. And I asked my mom about the military, but I did not ask my dad. He was kind of like, on the fence. I knew he would be on the fence about it, so I didn't.
How was he about that?
Nah, bro, he did not. He so funny story, bro. He didn't know until a week before I actually joined that I joined.
What?
I swear, he didn't know.
Happy Papa there.
Yeah, right. I asked him, and the way I asked, I was like, "Pop, you sent me off the boot camp." And he was like, "What?" And so, but to answer the question, bro, I just wanted to travel, and I wanted to have a sense to see the world, and I felt like that was a good opportunity for me being so young and actually doing it. But at the same time, I got stationed in my hometown. So, you join the military to get away and they send you back home, which is kind of crazy. But
so when you join the Navy, you don't know where you're going to be stationed?
Nah. So how it works is you go to boot camp, right? You go to boot camp and I'm just speaking for just naval. I don't know how other branches in the military work, but how it works is they send you to boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. You do the whole 2 months. And until about the last 2 weeks, you don't know necessarily where you're going.
Wow.
And yeah. So 2 weeks before, once boot camp pretty much everything was over with, we done did all the training and all the exercising and all the studying. I get my orders and you get a dream list of 3 places you get to pick, where you want to go.
Where'd you pick?
I pick San Diego. I pick
San Diego.
I pick San Diego, Spain, and Japan.
Man, you're not messing around.
Bro, I didn't want to be nowhere. I didn't want to be close, bro. I didn't want to be close.
No.
I was like, yeah, I want to see the world. And then it was like,
so what was it like when you saw Mayport?
You know what's crazy? I didn't even know what Mayport was.
Nah.
Bro, I'm not even joking. So I did not. So growing up in Jacksonville, bro, I've never been to Mayport. I'm serious, bro. I've never been there. So they gave me my orders. They said, "Hey, Carr, you're going to Mayport." I'm like, "What is that?" He was like, "That's like 30 minutes from Jacksonville." I was like, "That's crazy," but that's how it happened, bro. I just got that's how it happened, man.
San Diego, Japan, Spain. And here you are at home. So obviously you were meant to be here at home.
It was meant to be. That's how I feel. Yeah.
So where did you go? When you were in the Navy? What place did you get a visit?
I actually got a chance to deploy. So I got a chance to deploy my first deployment place was Sasebo, Japan. We spent about a good 2 weeks there. This was January of 2020. COVID pretty much hit the world, like I would say the end of January, beginning of February. So we was out there for an entire week. And then I got a chance to explore, got a chance to do stuff, learn about the culture, got a chance to eat a lot of sushi.
That's so cool.
Yeah, a lot of sushi. I got a chance to eat a lot of sushi. And then we got back on the boat and it was like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, there's something called Corona going around. We don't know how much it's going to affect our deployment. So be ready for that. And then
don't tell me you were locked down on the boat.
Bro, I spent 4 months in the middle of the ocean. 4 months in the middle of the ocean. I couldn't believe it. But
how did that affect your mental health? Just being 4 months of the ocean.
It a lot, because you got to think about it. You're already limited to communication, right? So it's different forms of way you could communicate with people back home on the ship. But one of the ways you could call, and sometimes if you got internet, you can get on a computer or whatever. But as far as your mental health, bro, it's like you imagine reliving the same day every day. You don't know what the day is. You don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. You getting up, you doing the same routine, and the stuff that we take for granted, walking outside, going to the store when we want to go to, just going into the gym, working out when we want to go work out. You take that stuff for granted. You walk outside of that ship, it's thousands of miles of water.
Damn.
So yeah, it can mess with you a lot, bro. But the way to get through that stuff is not only your shipmates, but getting a routine. You gotta like get a routine to where I'm gonna eat at this time. I'm gonna go work out this time. I'm gonna go play some cards. I'm gonna anything you could do to make the time go past. Because if you just sit there and drown in your thoughts, bro, it'll eat you alive. So that affects your mental a lot, man.
That's powerful. I in college I took one course on Japanese history, and I'll tell you what, it's amazing. I love the people there. I've heard that it's just an amazing experience just to visit there.
It is, bro. It is. Man, I had so much fun in Japan, bro. Like it was crazy.
That's
bro.
awesome.
It was crazy.
That's
I
awesome.
was eating a lot though. I was like
sushi, you name it, all the things.
I was too tapped into all that stuff, but it was a
awesome.
great experience. It was a beautiful place. Love the people. It was crazy.
And your next stop from Japan was
Rota, Spain.
Rota, Spain.
Rota, Spain.
Now tell us where Rota, Spain. Rota, Spain is south, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so very.
Rota, Spain is not that big. It's not like a Barcelona or like a Madrid type of thing, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The beaches are beautiful. We went during the summertime, so we got a chance to experience the beach and all that type of stuff. So it was pretty much like it was.
So we had how much time in Japan? 4 months.
Yeah, we had 4 months in Japan. We only had like 2 in Rota.
2 in Rota. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what was your experience in Rota like?
It was all right. You know, like it was more so when I went to Rota, things was opening back up. You know what I'm saying? So things were still more so limited, but like we were just getting to that point where we were getting away from wearing masks and stuff like that. But it was fun. It was fun, bro. I had
what an incredible experience to be in the Navy, but at the same time, you're at the worst pandemic ever, COVID. Like, yeah. There's probably some stories just there you could tell about how all of that was. Because I mean, just being a civilian on land, you felt like it was different.
Yeah,
I mean, we can all say it was a different experience.
Bro, it was completely different because you're not prepared for it. When you're not prepared for a big world pandemic, you're not prepared for that, bro. So it's like basically when we got back on the ship, we didn't have a whole ton of masks and stuff like to pass out to the whole entire ship. So we were walking around the ship with t-shirts over our face to cover our face, so we won't spread it. Because all it takes is one. And
then the whole ship is exposed.
That's it, because we're in a bubble at that point. You know what I'm saying?
That's incredible.
So we can't pull in, can't pull out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just different. It's crazy, bro.
You're committed.
Yeah, it's committed. You there. You already there, bro.
Wow. So you go from Japan over to Roto, and then 2 months in Roto, and then you go to, where's your next spot?
So I actually came back. That was my 2 deployments there. That I actually got a chance to do, but I got a chance to come
when
back.
you say come back
to the States, come back to
Mayport.
Yeah. I got a chance to come back because when I left on those deployments, the ship that I went to with Japan, they were not my ship. They were out of California, so the USS Russell, shout out to them, man. They showed so much love. They treated me like
that's awesome.
So I'll always be grateful for that ship.
And just for our listeners, just let you know, Mayport Naval Base Station is here in Jacksonville, Florida. That's what Koree's saying. That is
came back home.
Yeah, you are from Jacksonville, Florida.
Born and raised.
So the places that you picked, you were meant to stay home.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's awesome, man. That really is awesome.
For sure.
Now, so where does basketball fit in here? Like, I see the Navy part, and thank you for your service. I'm telling you. Again, I think that we take, both my grandparents fought in World War II.
Yeah.
The stories that they told me, all that they went through, absolutely incredible. We take life for granted, our safety for granted. We go about doing everything we want to do, like we're entitled to it. When really, there's so much that we don't know about for our protection.
Facts. 100%.
So thank you for that and being a part of that. Because that's a whole... That's a whole unselfish sacrifice someone gives to someone else's cause. And now you appreciate the civilian side and you serve for 4 years. Yeah. And I know in Israel, some people have to serve.
Some people obligated to do it, man. So,
you volunteered.
You volunteering is completely different from just being obligated. So, for sure.
Did your dad ever come around?
What you mean?
Did your dad, from when you joined?
Nah. Like Pops still didn't like it though. Like he did. Pop still wasn't too happy about it. But like he cared about me, like what made me happy. So if I was happy, he was happy.
So right now it's cool.
Oh yeah, we good now.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out Pops, man. We good.
Awesome. So now I just want to you mentioned basketball. Yeah, I'm a huge sports junkie. As you can see, I'm just since a kid, I wanted nothing in life but to play sports, kick a soccer ball, bounce a basketball, throw a football, anything regarding sports. It is my mental health space is
Yeah,
sports. And I noticed that you have a tattoo of Kobe Bryant on
absolutely,
your
right
arm.
here.
And Kobe is the definition of mental toughness.
Oh
And
yeah,
you're talking about, during COVID being out at sea, stopping at all these ports during such an unprecedented time.
yeah.
How did Kobe Bryant give you
Yeah.
the strength that you need?
I'm gonna say Kobe. Like Kobe inspired me, bro, because it's like I played basketball since I was a kid. Like basketball has always been my number one, always been my everything. So when you get into a sport, you want to look up to the best. You want to see like how you want to model your game, how you want to play like them. My biggest thing with Kobe is his approach to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I got the tattoo. The quote that I got is that the most important thing in life is to inspire people so they could be great at what they could do. And his mentality that he brought towards everything that you did not see on the court. So like just him showing up to work early, practicing, pushing his teammates, everything. That's more so like that's not just basketball, bro. That's life. Like what you put in is what you get out. So if you work hard or you do exactly what you're supposed to do and you know what I'm saying, cross your I's, dot your T's, like everything is gonna work out how it's supposed to. You can't half-ass anything. You got to go all the way full steam especially if you're gonna be the best at it. So I mean, his approach to how he did everything, his mindset towards things is just second to none in my opinion. So that's why he like one of my favorites ever, like ever.
I can't improve upon that. I mean, the legendary work ethic, Kobe Bryant. I mean, you could go on. I mean, I know that he would show up 4 a.m. for practice. I mean,
It's crazy.
he Mamba mentality, a philosophy of relentless self improvement, focus, and resilience.
Yeah,
He played through injuries. He did what stuff in that career that most people don't have, and he played
different.
through injuries, everything.
20 years of it too. He was different, bro. He was different, bro. He was just different. Like
That's
all
incredible. Now,
yeah.
you played in high school.
Yes. Absolutely. I played at Robert E. Lee High School. It's no longer Robert E. Lee, it's Riverside High School. But when I played there, it was Robert E. Lee. So I got a chance to play there. And we actually won a district championship my senior year. So
Wow.
yeah,
What was
man.
that like?
Shout out to the Generals, man. Yeah, so but
That's very
it
cool.
was amazing. It was amazing because we had a couple of schools. We had some local schools here at the beach, Fletcher in our district and stuff like that too. So before that, the school did not win a district championship within like the last 10 to 12 years before that. So my class was the first one to like since that drought to end that drought. So it was pretty cool, man. Got a different experience, got a chance to play in the playoffs. So
That's so cool. So you
yeah.
went from playing basketball in high school to you did play basketball for the Navy as well.
Yeah, well, I played at the Mayport Naval Base here in Jacksonville. So yeah, I got a chance to run with them guys for a little bit and test our game against other bases too, man. And it was fun. Like it was just so much fun, bro. But
That's so cool.
you don't realize how tall they is. They tall. They some tall people out there. So it was pretty good, bro.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was fun. It was fun though.
That's awesome. I mean, like to me, looking, from the outside, to be out at sea that long
Yeah.
and to be able to have the opportunity to play a sport, which
Yeah.
you were very passionate about basketball, Kobe Bryant in specific, that is known for his Mamba mentality, his toughness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to jump out and speak for you, but I mean, how much did that mentality of toughness help you while you were out at sea?
Man, a lot, bro. It's a lot because it's about your approach to anything. Like how his mentality was always based off his approach, and how my approach when I was out to sea was how am I gonna get through the day. Like I said, like you reliving the same day over and over and over again when you out to sea. So if you don't have a positive approach to it, it can eat you alive, bro. Like you literally just sitting out there and like you don't have any control over what's going on back home with your family, friends, whatever. So like the approach, you have to stay positive, bro. Having a pessimistic mentality or attitude,
Take you down.
it'll drain you. It'll drain you, and it's only gonna make the days longer. It's 24 hours in a day, but it's gonna feel like it's 48 hours in one day. It'll eat you alive. So to answer your question, just about your approach, how you gonna look at the day? Okay, am I gonna get up? I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna make sure I work out. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna spend time with my people, bro. So yeah, definitely.
that is so, to me, it does not take, I mean, we're talking about Kobe, 5 times NBA champion, 2 times NBA finals, 18 times All-Star, 2 times Olympic gold medal, scored
Crazy.
81 points in a single game, the second
Yeah, he
highest in NBA history.
Torched Toronto.
So I don't know a better influence or model you could look at.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
For having that toughness that you need to be out at sea and to be giving. You're not just serving in the Navy, but you are developing a strength that will last with you forever because you're looking up to the right people. And I know Kobe has said through many films that I've seen that he looked up to, like Michael Jordan, to all the greats that he wanted to be like, because he aspired to be. He said he could jump, but he didn't have the highest jump.
No.
He had big hands, but he couldn't palm a ball. He had speed, but he wasn't the fastest.
Yeah, for sure.
But he took each one of those things and he turned it around, and he made himself, because of his toughness mentally, he made himself one of the greatest athletes of all time. And I think that is the whole point of this podcast, is mental health. How do you, throughout your journey in life, maintain quality mental health where you are sound? That's amazing, Koree. I mean, I can see, sports is not given as much credit as it deserves, because through that and your boot camp experience, I'm sure that was.
Yeah.
Do I even want to touch on that?
I mean, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
how
old were you when you were in boot camp?
Oh, man. I was like 20, 19, 20.
Okay.
26 now.
Did anyone yell at you?
Did anyone? Yeah. So, I mean, you got to think about it. Like, boot camp, the whole purpose of boot camp is to strip you down and take away anything that you had outside of this and turn you into a whole new person. So it's going to break you down and build you back up. Anything that you take for granted, as far as the way you talk, the way you look, anything, they're taking all that away from you. Even the way you write differently. We're all gonna be one. So
how did that affect you? Like, just that process. Was there any resentment towards that?
It was a lot, bro. I was the worst in my division. I was the worst. I was literally the worst sailor in my division. The reason why is because I was so stuck up into, like, I'm so used to doing things my way. This is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be successful. And it kind of was like,
you almost
crazy.
had to die to yourself.
I had to realize that I'm not going to get through this whole entire process. These are going to be the longest 2 months of my life if I try to do this by myself. You need that team. You need that camaraderie with everybody. So, like, boot camp was really hard. Like, for me, it was really, really hard. It took me a minute to come around and actually be like, you know what, guys? I got to buy into this system. It's just like playing sports. If everybody plays their role and buy into the system, the team can be successful.
Give us a typical day in boot camp. What's that like?
Man, a typical day at boot camp. All right, so you waking up 4, 5 in the morning, right? And it's not like an alarm clock. It's not like a stretch. It's like a, hey, get up, everybody get up. So once they wake you up, some, like, in other days will be different, but majority of the time, you get in front of your bed, everybody standing up, lining up in rows, and we got everybody make their bed. Okay, we go brush our teeth. Now we're gonna exercise. We probably exercise and push-ups, sit-ups.
So 5 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, we on the wake up. Yeah. Yeah. On a wake up.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so we doing that on a wake up, and then you only eat 3 times a day, right? So it's different from you being at home, because it's like, okay, if you hungry, you might go snack a little bit, you know what I'm saying, go get you something to eat, but you only got 3 times. You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? You better eat during that time. You better eat as much as you can. Even if you're done with your meal, go make you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, eat as much as you can to get all the energy that you can throughout the day. But one of the underrated things
that's really tough.
One of the underrated things that they won't really tell you, the majority of the time that you're doing is studying. You're studying a lot in boot camp, bro. You're studying the history of the Navy. You're studying, okay, how to read ranks, how to talk to certain ranks in the Navy. Like, you got chiefs, officers. You see an officer, you better salute them. Little stuff.
So let's say I'm an officer. How would you approach me?
I would. So if you're an officer, you're always addressed as sir, right? Sir or ma'am, right? But you will be saluted anytime I cross your path. So whether it's whether I walk past you, I'm gonna salute you, or if you're driving past and I know that that's a car of an officer and I'm walking, I'll salute you. You know?
What an incredible
Yeah.
structure of just honor and respect our country
Yeah,
has.
for
I mean,
sure,
to be
man.
able to, you didn't just go through the Navy. You
Nah.
learned a work ethic in a way to treat people that
Yeah.
I almost feel like everyone should go through that. I mean, the way
100%.
that people treat people nowadays is not sir, ma'am, thankfulness. It's kind of like, what can you give me? What can you do for me?
Yeah.
People are just like,
Status. It's based off of status, how people get treated. And I don't think that's right, bro. I
I
feel
like
like
it.
you get what you get, bro. Everybody should be respected. You could be on the highest level or the lowest level. Like, we all humans, you know, we all wake up, we put on our pants the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So money and stature don't really define how you should treat somebody. It's just everybody deserves that same equal respect, bro. Everybody. So but it helps though. That structure and that stuff, you need that type of stuff. I've carried that outside because I'm a representation of myself and like my parents, the people who raised me, my mom and dad. You know what I'm saying?
So 5 a.m. you started, and then your day
Yeah.
was full of what?
Just random activities like
Running, exercising,
yeah, marching. Yeah,
Okay.
like all that stuff, bro. But studying.
Studying.
We're in our book a lot, bro. We used to have to stand in a line before lunch, facing a wall with a book. And it's basically just like we're studying. We ain't talking or nothing. We're studying.
What would be an example of something you would study?
You would study like ranks and stuff like that.
You would understand how the Navy is ranked, how to address so and so,
yeah. So like, okay,
your
so
position on the ship, that kind of stuff.
yeah, so on our uniforms, we all got like different like signals, right? On our uniforms. It basically tell you what rank that is. So that's how I would identify who's a chief, who's an officer, who's a petty officer, based off of what your uniform says. So if I see that and I see this in a book, I say, oh, okay, so officers wear this, that, and the third. Then I can, when I see it in person, I know what the proper way to address them as.
And your role in the Navy was?
I was a quartermaster, so I was my job was navigation, but as far as my rank, I made it to a third class petty officer before I got out.
Wow, congratulations. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And what did that job look like?
It was navigation, bro. So like anytime we had to go out to sea or we were going out to a place, my job was to identify when and what time we were gonna get there. So basically like and how the track looks and if we had to sit around for a few days, how many days it was gonna take, all that. So just navigating, it was pretty cool. I wouldn't, if I can go back and do a different job, I wouldn't. I loved it.
That you loved that role.
Yeah, it was amazing, man.
That's incredible.
Being in the pilot house too, you at the top of the ship.
Yeah, I was just
you
gonna
all the way
ask
at the
that.
top. Yeah.
So you could see.
You see everything. Yeah.
Wow.
You see the horizon. You see the ocean. But people misconstrue that when I say that is that I was driving. I wasn't driving, bro. I'm telling the driver where to go at. So like,
what?
Yeah, but I actually did get a qualification to become master helmsman. So I did learn how to eventually drive it myself.
The ship. That's incredible.
Yeah,
Corey.
bro, it was crazy.
What an amazing experience. You know, what an amazing experience. I mean, I think that through that, 4 years in the Navy, through boot camp, you know, you got to be part still. You know, you won championship in high school. You still got to be part of basketball. But what you learned in basketball and in sports really gave you a mental toughness, not just to be in part of the Navy and all that goes into that most civilians don't understand or appreciate. But it also was during COVID, which was a whole different element to it. Whole different ballgame there.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
I mean, I thank you so much for your service and giving of yourself. Because, I mean, that is a sacrifice.
It is, bro. It's a big sacrifice because one thing about it is when we wake up in the morning, bro, we're presented with options, right? Like, yes, you have a job, but some people could call out. Some people be like, man, I'm not feeling this today. If you have a mindset to where I'm not obligated to do it, but I'm allowed to do it, you'll be so much better. You'd be so much appreciative because like you thinking about that job that you don't feel like going to. Some people don't got that opportunity to go to a job.
You don't have that luxury.
You don't have that
luxury.
You don't have that, bro. So like you gotta be like, man, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to even being able to go make a living for myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference, bro. Yeah.
That's very powerful.
It's a difference, bro. But all that came from just being mentally tough around it. Like
I can tell like your work ethic is something I've never seen, or not never seen, but it's just a totally different responsiveness and view of how life is going. You look at it as though you're driven, you're focused, you see. You don't take life for granted. Like
No,
going
not at
to
all, bro.
McDonald's or wherever you want to go, or going to any
Appreciate that,
restaurant.
bro.
You
gotta
you
appreciate
you
it.
see that the appreciation because you didn't have something that maybe you could have.
Yeah.
So you
for sure.
sacrifice. You sacrifice
man.
for the country to be safe. And so, I mean, again, I will say thank you so much for that because all my grandparents served in the war.
Yeah.
World War II. One was a fighter
Yeah.
pilot and then P-17 bomber, and one was infantry. And we saw him in Naples, Italy. He's in a museum. He was an infantry soldier, fought through the Battle of Naples. And so the stories and everything that they told was just incredible.
Yeah.
And what's amazing about it is you realize that our country is so committed to making sure that everyone has safety. And there's a lot that goes behind that.
Yeah, it is, bro.
So we're going to break away a little bit from just, we thank you so much for your Navy. But we're gonna get into the Jags. Okay, we gotta
talk about it. Let's talk about it,
So
man.
we got a season coming up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm so excited. I am like I cannot wait. The preseason's been a little bit here, a little bit there, but we are entering into a new season. We got Travis Hunter,
Got Travis, Big
Number
12,
12.
man. Shout out to 12, man.
Big 12.
Yeah.
And Trevor has some really good weapons this season. You follow sports like nobody ever know.
Yeah.
Give us a lowdown. What's going to happen to the Jags and what are they going to do?
I think the Jags, I think at the beginning, it's going to be like a little adjustment process, right? I feel like everybody's going to feel it out and just get comfortable with each other. But if Travis Hunter is used the right way, we see what he can do. We see the stuff that he can bring to a team.
Cornerback or as a receiver? You mean a little
My
bit?
opinion? You want me?
Yeah.
Hey man, I say I put him as a wide receiver. I put him as a wide receiver because he's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. He's about190. He's not playing against college kids no more. But he does have the skills and the mindset and the ball hawkness of a pure cornerback too. But I think having Brian Thomas Jr. on one side and having him on the other side just give Trevor Lawrence more weapons to, use.
And ETN, you got ETN.
Yeah,
that
man.
can go in and then he can receive too. He's kind of a receiver and a running back.
But like you said, you can literally now, say for instance, they want to use Travis as more so of a full-time cornerback. They can use him as a decoy on offense. Like even when he's brought into the game, even if he necessarily doesn't get the ball, everybody's eyes is on him. So they're like,
that's a good point.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
really
saying?
good point.
So like I just think the coach got to be very strategic on how he's used. Now him playing every snap, nah. We can't have
Mix it up a little bit.
We got to mix it up a little bit. We got to.
So it's not so predictable because obviously he is going to be double. You know that he's going to have double coverage.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he's human too, bro. We don't want him to get hurt, man. We need him this year. So,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What a season for the Jags. I mean, to get Travis, to have Thomas, to have ETN, Trevor, I think that this is going to be one of the best seasons we've ever had. I know everyone keeps saying that.
No. This playoff season for sure.
Yeah, it's. I mean, last game they tied. We're going into an exciting chapter, and what's cool about it is the Jacksonville Jaguars are here in Jacksonville. You were stationed here in Mayport in Jacksonville.
It's meant to be.
Your family is here in Jacksonville. You went to high school here in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So
home,
I really hope that the Jaguars can, it's for the community.
Gotta get
you know
over
what I
that
mean?
hump, man.
Yeah, I mean it's for the community.
About
It's like
time,
it
right?
brings everyone together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's about that time. We got to have one of those seasons when we had like Fred Taylor and all of them back in the early 2000s. We got to turn the city back up, man.
Or when Paul Pelesny,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We got to turn the city back up with that David Garrard, Fred Taylor team. So some stuff like that.
So Jacksonville's recognized for the incredible city that it really is. I mean, there's no place
100%.
like it. I mean, to have the opportunity to have a Navy base here, to have the Jaguars professional football team here, and to have so much, like you said, just the opportunity to be grateful.
Yeah.
And, I want to leave for our listeners one thing. I mean, Koree has, sacrificed, his time and everything for the U.S., for America.
Yeah.
And, just for those that are struggling with mental health or waking up each day or going through a tough time, what is something through your experience being out at sea, playing basketball, being physical, being tough, Jacksonville Jaguars being beaten down, not having the opportunities that other teams have had, what is something you can give them that would just give them hope in a time that maybe they feel like they don't have it?
Something is just continue to push, continue to be grateful, man. I think being grateful is a big thing with mental health, especially because when you going through those mental battles, you feel like life is just draining you. You feel like everything is going downwards, but it's always somebody who is willing to trade with you their place.
Is
You
there
can,
any personal mental battle you can share?
personal mental battle is, I mean, my biggest, when I took mental health like completely serious, bro, honestly, I was on a ship. And during that time of COVID was a big part of my mental battle because I was so worried. I was worried about a lot of stuff, what's going on back home, and I can't get to my family. And I'm just like, it's just a whole bunch of, I can't move. You just feel like a caged bird, you know? So that tore me apart. That tore me apart. But I had the most amazing shipmates, man. Amazing.
So your camaraderie.
Man, they got me through it, bro. They got me through it. Hey, Carr, come, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Let's keep ourselves occupied. Let's stay positive, being the most optimistic person we can during this time, because all we got is each
So
other.
your shipmates created camaraderie, which
Yes.
created a mental health for
Yes.
you during a very difficult
You was
time.
able to lean on somebody. If you don't have nobody out there, man, lean on somebody. Like, always confine. Don't just try to fight those battles by yourself. Like,
And don't push someone away that's trying to help
yeah,
you. I think that's the
man,
biggest thing. If someone's
yeah.
trying to help you in any way, don't push them away or stiff arm them. You know, in football they call it what,
Yeah,
stiff arm.
yeah,
Or you
yeah.
push someone away, like accept it and embrace it, because those people obviously made a difference in your life.
Facts.
And
Facts.
there was
love 'em.
obviously difficult moments. You're out at sea for a long time, and
Yeah.
most people probably don't ever look at that or
Yeah, for
don't ever
sure.
want to expose it. But it probably is very mentally challenging.
100%. 100%. It's challenging, bro. But like you said, you got those people that you could just lean on, man. And you can count on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone. Like, I think a lot of people be thinking that they're in it alone and it's just by themselves, because what you're feeling, somebody else has already felt that before. You know? So if you could get that outlook and you can get that perspective from somebody else, man, it could help you and take you a long way. And it's not like a overnight thing. It takes a time, but the grass gonna be greener for sure. Like, yeah, so
Thank you for that. I really
always, bro.
appreciate that.
Always, bro.
I really appreciate that. And especially for our listeners, again, thank you for watching Angels and Demons podcast. This is
Yeah.
Koree Carr. I mean, what he just said about, there is always hope. There is always someone there that
Yeah.
can help you. Don't push them away if they are trying to make a difference in your life. I mean, whether you're out at sea, whether you're in, a dark hole somewhere where you feel like you cannot breathe, you are not alone. This podcast is for other people. It's to make sure that you know that life is hard and everyone has a story. Everyone has a difficulty, but we're all in it together. And at the end, we're going to win. Again, thank you, Koree.
Thank you, my boy.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
and
bro.
This has been awesome.
Always,
Thank you
bro.
so
This is
much.
gay, bro.